people who think in decades are dangerous, but in this book club episode I'm gonna talk about the final destination of humanity, also known as the Omega Point. This book is called Naturally Artificial, or Homo Sapiens 3.0, by a Dutch author called Jos de Mul. And in this book he describes 3 future scenarios about how humanity can use technology, emerging technologies, to create their next chain in the evolution. The 3 scenarios that he describes are the hive mind, the alien, like upgraded humans, and the post-humans, so the zombies. The hive mind, which is a combination of neurotechnology and computing. So the idea here is that all of our minds are going to be connected to one big computer. So one example that's given in the book is 2 Siamese twins who have their heads grown together, and especially the thalamus, which is the center through which all the senses except for smell enter our brain. So when one of them is tickled, the other one also starts laughing, and they can actually see through each other's eyes. So this scenario of being hyper connected through our brains isn't even that sci-fi. The next scenario that's described is the alien scenario, where biotechnology and genetic modification is combined to create a transhuman. The idea about transhumanism is that we are breaking the natural boundaries that we normally have. So you can think of it as Inspector Gadget, who is enhanced but still human. And the third scenario is the zombie scenario, where we are not only transhuman, so we are not only breaking the boundaries, but we are post-human. We are creating something intelligent that is not even human anymore. So you can think of it as maybe these robots from Boston Dynamics, but way more advanced. And we are kind of like taking the human aspect almost out of the equation. You might have heard of Isaac Asimov talking about robots, and he created 3 rules that robots should always live by if they become more powerful and powerful. The first rule is that robots cannot harm humans by acting or not acting. The second rule is that they must always follow orders unless it's in conflict with the first rule. And the third rule is that they should also always protect themselves unless it's in conflict with the first or the second rule. So let's get back to this hive mind scenario, where our minds are connected to the cloud, and we might think that this is going to give us a massive information overload, but the thing is that even 10,000 years ago, when our civilization was going from hunter-gatherer to an agrarian culture, it already produced a very complex society, which made it necessary to put our memory on something external. So we started writing, and this was actually like the first, most basic form of external memory. So if we combine these 3 scenarios of the hive mind, the alien, like upgraded humans, and the post-humans, so the zombies, we might get civilizations that are feeding on the energy of the sun. And what if there are already other species far away on distant galaxies also advancing into this direction? And eventually, if we would be making friends and not war, we can slowly turn the whole universe into one big conscious and thinking entity. And I think this is just a really awesome vision, because like it's scientific speculation, but in a way it's also very spiritual, to turn all that is matter into mind. And maybe humanity is just a station in between nature and the ultimate super civilization, where the boundaries between what's natural and what is artificial are just merging. If you want to be part of the first step on becoming this all-knowing hive mind, you can sign up to the Synthesizer School in the description box below, and I will see you in the next video.